Greetings everybody and welcome to Thursday Night Fights here on YouTube. The game is Marvel Avengers Alliance Redux. The version is beta 5.9 and the host with you on this journey is Napalm Dawn. So, a few disclaimers before we get into the meat of the video. One, I would suggest that you watch other videos on Redux, especially anything that mentions 5.9 or beta 6. I do notice there, interestingly enough, is a lot of people who come into the Thursday night videos or the Thursday night fight videos having never really encountered any other Redux videos before, and because of that they don't get the majority of information that somebody would get in terms of what exactly the Marvel Avengers Alliance Redux project is about. One of the best ways to get your questions answered is to go and use the Facebook or Discord links down in the description. Also in the description is where the download is for beta 5.2. Beta 5.2 is the most recent available version for people to download. That is the last open beta that is out currently. 5.5, 5.6, 5.9 are all closed betas. Right now there is a closed beta for 6.0, or rather 6.0.4. Some people were added to the beta testing team after having won some contests, and beta 6 has no ETA as of yet. It is being worked on. Currently the bug list is being filled up with bugs, and people are assigning themselves to work on the bugs and get everything ready for beta 6 to go public. Again, there is no ETA as of yet, and asking things like, well, is there a time frame, you know, this year, that year, the next year, whatever, they are just simply ways of getting around the rules of Dota asking for release dates. Asking for a time frame is basically the same thing. Beta 6 will come out when it is ready. Trust and be assured that the proper people are working on it. So, from last week's video where it was requested that I use Hawkeye and Punisher, I realized Hawkeye was doing a really good job of firing off extra arrows, especially with pinpoint effects in place. So, this week's team up is Union Jack and Hawkeye. We know that Union Jack absolutely loves when people do extra things, whether it is a counterattack or a follow-up attack. Union Jack loves that and likes to get involved. He's somebody who benefits from initiators, and initiators are people who do extra attacks or counterattacks, like Heroic Age Iron Fist when he does the combo breaker, or things like the Cosmic Cardinal, or when Scrappers get a follow-up attack, or when Infiltrators counterattack. Initiator teams were always really strong when you had a offensive tilted armory, and it was good for things like Star-Lord and Rocket Raccoon and Spider-Man Noir and Hogun, and of course Union Jack. Although later in the game Union Jack was not usually picked for one of those teams because he wasn't that strong. When several ISOs started coming out, including melee related ISOs and gun related ISOs, he kind of came back into the forefront a little bit, but still not too many people used him. So we are going to go with a marksman spotter, the radian cannon, the cosmic cardinal, and the neurotrope. It looks like my agent is relatively crippled in his gear, and he kind of is, because the cosmic cardinal is a special item. You cannot use it manually. The neurotrope and the marksman spotter all have like cooldowns and everything, so the radian cannon is basically what my agent will be forced into spamming when all of his other cooldowns are down. So let's try a practice fight. So we have a, oh boy, yeah, that could be interesting over there. We have a signpost, a blaster Scarlet Witch, and a Infiltrator Invisible Woman. Infiltrators are good for Union Jack because you can start him off with anti-melee, and then he follows up with anti-ranged, which is perfect. The agent doesn't seem to be tanking, so let's go ahead and start off with the scrapper bonus. Cosmic Cardinal is good. That's the kind of stuff he likes. Invisible Woman's pre-force fields are going off. And because these are all multiple attacks, she does them multiple times. They're all not just one attack. Agent seems to be running some magic-related pieces with those sets over there. Hawkeye will go for Scarlet Witch because he is a tactician. She is a blaster. We don't want to piss off Invisible Woman. And let's try and get a stun arrow on her. The stun lands, and we've done some good damage. Neurotrope will be my quick action this turn, because we do have somebody out there for Hawkeye and a pinpoint effect, so I don't need to marksman spotter. So instead, I'm going to use the radian cannon, and I could finish off Scarlet Witch, but to be fair, I would like to use the tactical bonus again at the end of this round, so I'm going to go with Invisible Woman. Huh. Oh, did I get trolled. Invisible Woman's like, okay, you want to play around and not kill somebody? Well, I'm going to mess up your plans, and I'm going to force cage Hawkeye. What do you think about them apples? Union Jack got a little bugged over there. He did not get his follow-up, but that's okay. I'll just manually do it. Ooh, custom magnetic field generator. It is the Magneto shield. Oh, and it is a Healy shield. Wow, this is interesting. My hits are now going to heal them. So it is best off that somebody with a small hit goes, which is really actually one of Union Jack's abilities, but I'm going to suck it up. Oh, wow, that Radiant Cannon hit was way bigger than I thought it would be. That was unfortunate, and what is also unfortunate is the Chaos Shield seemed to not expire. Huh. Welp. Maybe I am going to put out a marksman spotter then. Oddly enough, and I don't know why that happens, the marksman spotter seems to be bugged and is actually causing damage. Very, very interesting. If remove buffs was working, this would be a good spot for it, because I could remove the shield buffs and everything. However, in 5.9, removing buffs is bugged. It seems like she is no longer healing. There's a lot of range over there, so I'm going to set Union Jack to counter ranged attacks. The agent is not going after Union Jack, being a bruiser, so that is really handy. We did burn the Chaos Shield with that Radiant Cannon hit. This is so weird that the marksman spotter does this. There's that little puff, and then damage goes out. Fatal Blow arrow kicks in, massively overkills Scarlet Witch. Now I'm going to go for the agent so that I'm not pissing off Invisible Woman. The slow debuffs going out over there and everything is because the shield popped. And in this version of the game, when the Magneto shield pops, things do slow down a little bit. Alright, reactive shield is back up. He really needs to get his scrapper benefit going on over here. Again, this would be a perfect remove buffs situation. Union Jack is, I mean, he's setting himself up, but he's just not able to penetrate those shields. The damage isn't there from him, and oh my god. Poor Hawkeye is... Whoa! Okay, wait a minute. This entire time, I thought the agent was a bruiser because of the blue suit. Ooh, gonna have to tell the team about that one. That is not the right color. Well, I'm gonna have to suck it up and try to go for Invisible Woman. Hopefully a stun arrow will land. It did. But now we get the slowness with the Magneto Shield. And again. This is a slow piece of combat here. I mean, Union Jack is super, super healthy. But if my team started dying and Union Jack was left alone, I don't think he would be able to do this fight. Especially with those shields, his damage has just not been there. And he really isn't doing a lot of his setup. He hasn't countered anybody. He hasn't added to too many attacks. Okay, he gets to kill Invisible Woman. So now it's me and this weird infiltrator bruiser agent who does kill Hawkeye. And again, this is the Magneto Shield bug. This is one of the reasons why things are proceeding at the pace that they are for getting the betas out there. These are the kinds of bugs that need to be fixed. Originally, it was believed that there was a issue with the project being in the Unity engine when it was communicating with very high FPS monitors. This monitor that is being used here is not a particularly high FPS monitor, and it is not one with G-Sync or FreeSync. So one of the beta versions for 6 had a little bit of a fix in there for the fast monitors. That is not what you are seeing here. It is just simply a bug with the Magneto Shield. But when you would play Beta 5.9 or some of the early versions of Beta 6 on a fast monitor like the Razer monitors I have, yeah, the text was super, super fast. But right now in 6.04 with that fix in place, it's a little slow. This, I may have to close this out. It is... I'm going to try to let this fourth field buff rise to the top over here. Then the game may come back. If it starts a second buff that is rising, I'm just going to quit and we will do another fight because it will take forever. Oh, okay, cool. We got it back. And yes, that is a bug that the enemy agent is stealing my agent's appearance. That is not supposed to happen. Oh boy, here we go again. I'm hoping that this is the only status effect that will rise and... oh god, cosmic energy. Yeah, not many things do this in the beta 5.x line of betas and everything, but the Magneto Shield is notorious for it. Oh, there's a Fury counter. The agent is just about to die. I'm gonna do this and take advantage of the damage bug there. Yeah, okay. He's actually dead. Omae wa shinderu nani? Yeah, he was already dead. He just didn't know it. Okay. Hopefully this fight, we don't have another Magneto Shield, and it seems like we don't. Melee heavy team. Let's see what we got. We have a bruiser. We definitely have a bruiser over there. So that's bad for Union Jack. The enemy agent is, in fact, a bruiser on this one and is tanking, which kind of sucks. And we have a scrapper, so we're at a little bit of a disadvantage here. We don't really have any advantages at all. We don't have bruisers, and we don't have blasters. The agent is protecting, so I'm going to go for him. Hoarfrost Mace as an attack, and then I counter from the Radian. And can Union Jack get involved in any of this? No? Maybe? Okay, Union Jack doesn't care. Yeah, we are not going for the bruiser, and we know these guys are melee, so we're going to do trench warfare to get stiff upper lip, which which is supposed to be anti-melee. Radiant cannon adds, like Union Jack should be adding. Nope. And Union Jack should be adding... Oh, well. Come on, Union Jack. Dude. Man, we are giving him gold over here. We are absolutely feeding Union Jack exactly what he needs, and he's just sitting there. Gotta admit, I'm disappointed. This fight is going exactly the way Union Jack loves. There's a pre-counter. So somebody woke him up for that one. My agent is a better Union Jack than Union Jack. Oh god, as Childish Gambino once said, don't hate me because I'm doing me better than I'm doing better than you doing you. Oh my god, this is bad. Okay, so we are 2 for 2. We've lost Hawkeye once. That last fight was really, really clean. Union Jack is asleep at the wheel. Same team again. I don't know. Maybe you want to do something this time. Maybe. Just a thought. Pretty big hit from the Radiant Cannon. Ooh, a Quantum Jumper. Yikes. That's bad news. Yes, tag team is bugged. Don't even bother mentioning it. It was supposed to follow up as an AoE, and it only followed up as a single target. However, the debuff went out on everybody. We have to go for the agent because the agent protects, so... Of course, the Radiant Cannon's damage increases as the battle goes on. Oh, there he is! My agent is like a mother lion showing its cub how to hunt. Every time this Radiant Cannon procs, he's literally looking over his shoulder. There you go. There you go. Okay, and then there goes Hawkeye 2. And then my agent again. And he... What? Okay, that was really weird. As I was saying, the Radiant Cannon's damage goes up as more and more of the radiation exposure goes out. So it just stacks and stacks and stacks. Let's do a pinpoint effect. Well, we already have one there. We don't have one there, so we'll pinpoint Hercules, but I think this weird damage is going to cause him to die. Yeah. Hercules is refusing to die, and there he goes. He's like, forget it. We're outnumbered. Okay, 3-0. Other than the first battle, things are going really, really well. Union Jack finally woke the fuck up in that battle, doing what he's supposed to do. This gear is not particularly endgame gear when it comes to Beta 6, which, as you know, will cover Season 1 content. The neurotrope is considerably far into Beta 6, but the marksman spotter is not too hard to get. The two cosmic set pieces over here with the cardinal and the radian cannon, they are from the Havoc Spec Ops, I believe. You know, so it's a good chunk of the way through. This isn't like day one PvP gear, but this is not the final season of PvP gear either. It's kind of right in the middle, so once Beta 6 gets in your hands, it'll be attainable probably for you maybe about a month in or so, depending on how much you play the game every day. Same team again, not that much, not that fun, and unfortunately Union Jack goes first, and it's against that bruiser. I'm gonna go with anti-melee because we know two of the characters on here are definitely melee, so trench warfare. There's a lovely pre-counter. How many people are gonna get... Nobody got stunned. Oh man, Hercules got totally crapped on for that. He did good damage, but he didn't get a stun. Will I get a stun? I get a stun. And I get a cosmic cardinal. Okay, that's pretty cool. You're never out of the woods when you see Hercules over there. He could start tanking. He could get a triple stun. We've beaten this team twice in a row, but none of those were ever guarantees until combat started rolling. Tag team. Do we need agile on anybody? Yeah, we kind of do. So let's add, oh, not Hawkeye. Let's add a little bit of agile to the team. It does set up flanked, which people should be able to take advantage of it, but flanked is a little buggy. Another pre-counter. And actually, we set Union Jack up for that. It wasn't on purpose, but Union Jack popped him because he had the anti-defensive buff going on. See steady on over there, preemptively counters defensive actions. Not a bad thing to do when you know Hercules might go into tank mode. Not on purpose, but still worked out pretty well. I picked Hercules so the agent would be drawn out and die. Magnavolt arrow. And let's pinpoint for Quicksilver. The reason why you're seeing Union Jack and Quicksilver get some extra turns here is a little bit of a bug with the Cosmic Cardinal. When Cosmic Energy goes out, for some reason it creates a chance in which the agent's allies may get extra turns. I'm not going to complain about it. I like it. That's what you're seeing here. So we've done anti-melee, we've done anti-ranged. Let's do this. See if we get... Ooh. That is a really big hit from Hawkeye. Surprising. Okay, let's do the final fight over here, which is fight number 5. I will tell you that if it's that team again, I'll just quit. And I'll try to roll a different team. Yeah, alright. I'm going to try and roll a different team. Okay, interesting. Finally, we get a different look over here. Potentially scary agent showing signs with the... that set over there with the Fury and a couple other things. Infiltrator. Go Union Jack. Let's go anti-melee and anti-ranged. Good. Counter from the Fury. That starts his buffs. The grief. We have blasters in Thor. Emma is a tactician on this one, so that will be for my agent. Cardinal. Ah, there goes Union Jack, finally doing what he's supposed to, and actually very much doing what he's supposed to. I'm not going to go for the stun arrow. I think I'm just going to go for a regular one and hope for high damage. Yep, okay, good. Oh, psychic tap on Union Jack. Boo. The guy that we want to have a good match and really do what his passives ask of him can't get it done. Union Jack's going to have to pass his turn. Because the psychic tap at that level of health is super bad news. So we're just going to get rid of that. And then he's going to get an extra turn from the Cosmic Cardinal. Okay. Emma may try to do Unlock Potential, so Over the Top is actually a good choice. He might try to pre-counter that. The agent dies to dots as his head slowly disappears. We do want to go for a stun on this one. Because we don't want... And yep, we get it. And this will probably kill her. This has been really, really fun. I really, really like this team. Union Jack finally got going about halfway through the video over there. Little quiet in the beginning. Hawkeye, man, star of the show. There is some other gear out there that could work really, really well with this. Mutant's End has a chance for a follow-up. Bishop is another counter item the same way the Cosmic Cardinal is, and can be manually used. The Knight can counterattack if my agent protects. So you also have the Blade of the Guardian, which my agent would counter somebody. The Ruby Quartz Rifle is also pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and we'll do one more bonus fight with the Ruby Quartz Rifle, which, as you know, is based on Cyclops. We know the agent doesn't protect, so let's get the Scrapper bonus going on Invisible Woman before her shields get going. Which they are. Oh, but that agent, man, the agent is going to have that Magneto shield. Okay. We are going to use some knowledge that we've gained about this agent and try to shut him down before we deal with that Magneto shield. The Chaos Shield didn't land on him, so that is the way to go. Rather than Tactician Hawkeye going after Blaster Scarlet Witch, we need to get him off the field. We don't want that bug again. And I think this Radian Cannon hit is going to do it. The Ruby Quartz Rifle ignores defense. It has Combat Expert, where it has single target and area attack counters. But I want to do the Radian Cannon. Good. Okay. We should be home free at this point. But that's kind of a chunky force volley. There goes the Chaos Shield. Remove buffs, like I said, would be perfect at that point if it was actually working right. Pre-counter from Union Jack. Follow up from the Radiant Cannon. Union Jack's getting involved. Radiant Cannon again. There we go. Okay. Union Jack, I guess, was a little tired. He just needed some breakfast. Or dinner, depending on where you are in the world. This could be a little risky. The stun arrow isn't up, but it looks like we are due for a freezing arrow. Somebody did ask in the last video, how did I know what Hawkeye arrow was coming up? Here, by mousing over it, I'm being told that his random arrow is going to be a freezing arrow, so I know exactly what he's going to shoot. Don't underestimate Invisible Woman's infiltrator powers when she's in that uniform. She can do some really good damage. She also can crit really, really well. Please respect Invisible Woman's damage, despite the fact that a lot of the other Fantastic Four are just not that much to write home about. Okay. There is Thursday Night Fights, and again, this is in beta 5.9. It is going to look different than what you have having beta 5.2. 5.9 is considerably more advanced, so things like the store work and PVAI work and everything like that. Spec Ops beyond the first one and everything. Just stay put, guys. Wait for beta 6. Dev team is definitely hard at work on it. Again, no ETA as of yet, and I can't even give you a time frame on it. But when you get it, there will be some surprises in it, and that has always been planned. Those surprises aren't there because it's been getting some delays and everything. There's always been some surprises for you guys waiting in beta 6 when you get your hands on it. Modes you have never seen before. And, by the way, the helicarrier is decked out for St. Patrick's Day. So, thanks for checking out this video, everybody. I will see you next week, or I will see you on Twitch Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern over on my Twitch channel. Link will be down below. Thanks, and have a good weekend, everybody.